Like,
oh, that's so interesting. So they're like, oh, you went through this like mad moment, and they're like, how did you deal with all that pressure, etc.
And he says,
he doesn't even realize that he went through that moment because he's meditating and he's so comfortable with himself.
That it's not really a big thing to him.
He's never seen it as that because he's blocking out that
block out the noise.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Alright, bro, listen to this. So we're back again, but not with some music reaction. We're actually going to react to an interview that J. Cole did. Obviously, we're J. Cole fans, and he did it a couple of clips with.
Is there a new show called Hart to Hart, which is Kevin Hart to Hart? I like the name.
It's a good name. Yeah.
But he just like sits down with people and like
style,
big figures. Right? Yeah. I think I would love to check out the full episode. We'll see after these videos. But Peacock have released a couple of clips of J. Cole's interview, and let's just check them out and see what it's like. And I think the full one is on Peacock.
Yeah. So I think there's 3 clips.
I never heard of Peacock before this.
No, me neither.
But yeah, so we've got 3 clips that we're gonna check out and see what we think about the answers and the questions that are asked. Right?
Yeah. So the first clip was about meditation.
How transcendental meditation became J. Cole's superpower. I don't even know what that term means, bro.
I think it's just meditation
for anxiety and fatherhood. Yeah, it's just meditation, really. But isn't there a song he did like meditate, don't medicate?
Yeah. The song Friends on KOD.
But he does not look like he wants to be in here, doesn't he? Man's like, nah. But let's see. Bro, I want to know his hair care routine. Like,
bro, I don't. I'm not doing whatever he's doing. Like, that shit looks bad.
Bro, he just wakes up and just like shakes it around. Like, that looks good.
I don't think he even does that. He just leaves the yard.
Let's get into it.
You get to this phase of amazing clarity. Holy shit, you dropped this album, life-changing album. After going through the meditation process, the first proof of concept is the product that was developed during or while or after. So,
was he so nuts?
He was just like, what are you chatting about, man?
Bro, he was like, what?
He looks serious as hell, man. He's talking about Forrester's Drive.
Yeah.
Get to this space of amazing clarity. Holy shit, you dropped this album, life-changing album. After going through the meditation process, the first proof of concept is the product that was developed during or after. So
Bro, you know he was just thinking about waffling at home or something.
Nah, Kevin Hart is waffling. I can't lie.
Is what?
Nah, my take was, this is what it feels like when you are really in tune with yourself, really in tune with God, when the noise can't enter. You know what I mean? This is what it feels like. And even to this day, bro, it's funny because I find myself talking about meditation a lot, but it's only because in conversation I meet people and they're telling me about like things that I went through, and I'm just telling them, this is what I did. But the interesting thing is, it's like,
oh, that's so interesting. So they're like, oh, you went through this like mad moment, and they're like, how did you deal with all that pressure, etc.
And he says,
he doesn't even realize that he went through that moment because he's meditating and he's so comfortable with himself.
That it's not really a big thing to him.
He's never seen it as that because he's blocking out that noise. Yeah. That's sick, man. What about you? Like, have you done any meditation stuff?
I've never explored it, to be honest. I'll be honest with you. You have a bit.
I did a lot in uni, man.
Yeah, you did at uni.
It was amazing.
Why'd you stop?
Laziness, probably. If I'm being completely honest with myself.
Could you call meditation in itself being lazy?
No, not at all, man.
Like mindfulness.
Bro, it's like working out.
Because you're not doing anything.
No. It's like working out for your mind, if you think about it.
I see. Yeah.
So it's not lazy at all, man. But you need to put time aside for it. And you don't need to do it for long. Like, I only used to do it for like, I think the most I ever did was like
half an hour,
14, 15 minutes.
Oh, not even half an hour.
Yeah, because I do it as long as I can keep my mind clear, and then once it starts to wander, I try and use techniques to bring myself back in.
If you can't, you stop it.
Then I stop. But honestly, it's like being high. It's like being high on a drug. It's really hard to explain. Like you don't see.
Whilst you're doing it or afterwards? Afterwards. The feeling afterwards.
The feeling afterwards is literally like pure clarity. It's insane.
Where have you normally done it? Like in the public?
I like doing it outdoors.
Outdoors, like in parks.
When the weather's nice and shit. Well, in the UK it's never nice, isn't it? But if it's not nice, I'll just do it in the house. But this is making me want to get back into it though, because he's not lying.
Talk about meditation. a lot, but it's not like, but it's only because in conversation, I meet people and they're telling me about like things that I went through, and I'm just telling them, "Oh, this is what I did." But the interesting thing is, it's like it got me to a place where my lowest point is so much higher than what my lowest point used to be. But I will say, I'm not a person that currently to this day just wakes up and meditates every day. I think about Rick Rubin. When I watch these Rick Rubin interviews, and he just feels like just a sensei master, and I just imagine him waking up every day and just meditating 3 times a day. And maybe he doesn't, but it's that
is not a good pose for a photo, man. I will say. It looks like he's just at a wedding and he's just eyeing up the food table.
Him waking up every day and just meditating.
Bro, his beard routine is the same as Cole's hair routine.
3 times a day. Maybe he doesn't, but it's my impression of him. And I realize that, like, oh man, people probably have that impression about me because I've spoken about it. They probably think I'm on some like, but the truth is no. It's like I use meditation now as like, I say it as like an emergency break glass thing, where it's like I'm feeling high anxiety. You know what I mean?
Maybe I should do that.
Whatever's happening in my life, which not often right now, but if something's coming up where it's like I'm feeling anxiety about this, like this is, then I'll use it as like, let me get back to a balanced state. But I'm not currently in a space where it's like I'm meditating every day, boom, boom. Nah, I feel like that year or 2 year stretch that I was on it gave me a nice like boost in my life to where it's like now I'm kind of coasting. And I do though believe that even in this state right now that I'm in, if I meditated every day, like I feel like I'd be a superhero. You know what I mean? Because I feel like everything would just off me like water.
It's repelling. It's
yes,
repelling
bro.
off, right?
Yes.
When you say anxiety, do you feel like is anxiety from the business? Is anxiety from the pressure that you sometimes put on yourself? Is anxiety from household, family?
Yeah,
life?
That's all of it.
For instance, like when I said like emergency break glass situation, like there was a time when my first child was gonna be born, and the anxiety I felt was more like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm about to have a kid, but it was probably the culmination of all these things. But I was also finishing an album at that time. We was doing the classes, trying to learn about like the birthing process and all of this, boom, boom, boom. So it was like, it was one of those moments where everything was kind of like, a lot was happening, and that was like a moment where I just needed to, before one of the classes that
so relatable, man. It's just life.
So
it's just talking about life, innit?
But it's a really nice way to like help people who've never done it, that use it as an emergency class. You don't have to do it like daily, 3 times a day kind of thing, but you just need to know how to do it.
I wonder though,
and do it when you feel like it's too much.
I wonder if you need to get good at it first, because it is a skill.
Learn how to do it.
So you can't just be I'm stressed, let me do it for the first time ever. Like you
learn
need to
how
know
to do
how to do
it
it consistently.
But then use it to
as
just
a tool.
Get you out of a situation where you not feel comfortable.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Exactly.
once you're out of it, you can go back to not doing it as much. But whilst you're in that situation, do more of it so you can like get out of it. The quicker you can, the better.
Yeah.
But if you don't do any of it, it will take you longer to get out of that phase, right? Where it's just too much. So that's a really nice way to put it for people who don't want to do it daily. You don't really have to once you know how to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
we took was called Hypno. I just needed to, before one of the classes that we had, which I love those classes that we took, was called Hypno Babies. I recommend that for anybody that's Hypno Babies.
Wow.
Basically,
Okay.
It's like a birthing class that first of all, I think the first most important thing it does is it prepares both parents for the realities or like the information that you might need to arm yourself when you go into a hospital.
My babies came out. It was a shit show.
Literally a shit show.
Yeah, I was in there. Yeah,
I said I'll figure it out. Baby came out. A lot of shit happened fast too.
It worked though, right?
I was at the doctor all the time. Baby coughing. Doc, what's happening? It's just a cough. All right.
No. It's not that though. Not
no,
that.
I'll tell you what it was for me.
Okay, all right,
I was that guy.
Nah, me too though. By the way, this is just
scary.
The birthing process.
Okay.
After the baby's out, they don't got nothing for you.
Okay, this was like
they have nothing to offer you after the fact.
Going through the course of the 9 months, and
when that water breaks, this is what you need to look
out for. Were you there when the water broke?
Yeah,
I was downstairs.
Oh, I mean, yeah, for sure. No, I didn't see it like a movie, by the way.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No, I wasn't no movie moment.
Bro, shit.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
It's not like the movie. Like, the movies that make you feel like it's like some sort of like,
I'll get the car.
I
get the car. You got the bag? It's already packed.
That's
Friends. That's from Friends.
Yeah. But not gonna lie, I do That's how I still feel
In the
about
memes,
it
yeah,
because
yeah.
I haven't gone through that shit, so I don't know.
But it's probably like you're just in your room, like, oh yeah, it's broke. Oh
Oh yeah,
let's go.
we should probably go, innit?
Your car.
Yeah, no, it wasn't like
I
that.
get the car.
No.
You got the bag. It's already packed by
Oh my
the
God.
door. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no
none of that shit.
None of
happened.
that.
I was
No.
really downstairs. Man, my water broke. Huh? Huh? Yeah, that's where I.
Oh, okay. Interesting. What do you think of that before we move on to the next one?
I think that was pretty good, man. I like the whole insight of meditating, and it makes me want to get back into it. Would you try it?
I would want to try it, but I don't know where to.
Definitely try it.
I don't know where to start. Bro.
Why? You just sit down for 5 minutes and that's it. You just need you don't need much time for it. It's just a.
But you just
effort
said yourself
bit.
that you kind of need to learn how to do it.
You do
before
need to
can
learn how
make
to do
a
it.
thing
Like
you can
your mind wanders, so just see how long you can do it. It's different for every person. Some people have a knack for it because they can just sit there doing nothing and think about nothing. But one of the tips I always heard was think about the bottom of your feet, like the feeling on the bottom of your feet,
do. Right.
and that
Okay.
makes you like kind of reset back to nothing. And that helped me quite a bit. But what did you think of it?
I really enjoyed it, man. I do want to watch the full interview because I feel like it'll be jokes with Kevin Hart being there as
He's
well.
funny, man. He's
He-
like, gotcha.
Bro, I couldn't take him serious with that wine glass as well. I can stand like it's just not used to seeing it like that.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, man. He was waffling at the beginning about the proof of concept of the
Yeah,
product.
cool.
I was like, what are you on about, man?
But I swear he does another series where he's like in a ice cold tub or something like that.
Yeah.
He does, innit?
Him and Floyd Mayweather were in like a tub, like a ice bath. or
Yeah,
something.
he's been doing a lot of these shows lately, and I've seen a lot of, generally speaking, a lot of people are moving towards podcasts and stuff like that, which is quite interesting to see because podcasts used to be a thing that wasn't really big back when in the radio days and like when podcast was just audio, but now it's becoming a mix of two, like audio and visual.
Yeah.
And I think people are tuning into more and more of that.
Yeah, a friend of mine started like a MMA podcast over COVID.
Anime podcast.
MMA.
MMA.
Yeah. So like he.
Two different things. Very
It's
different.
very different things. But he was saying like it wasn't doing so well during COVID because less people were commuting. So like a lot of people listen to podcasts while commuting.
But
I
his
don't
one
know if
was
that's
just
true.
purely a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a long form, like over an hour. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, man, that was really interesting. Let's see what part 2's saying.
Yeah.